Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Underground Reviews. On today's episode, we'll be looking at the uniquely extreme and fun band and multimedia project called The Beast of Nod and their remarkable new album from last year called Multiversal. Before we continue, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons for more heavy metal, hard rock, and extreme content, which will be coming to you real soon. So, hailing from the Bay Area in California, the band is currently held by founding member and vocalist, as well as primary storyteller and main conceptual driver, Paul Buckley. You also have guitar extraordinaire with the name that would put Corpse Grinder to shame of Dr. Gore Blaster Corpse Harvest London, who also happens to be a PhD holder. And finally, the newest addition to the band of a guy called Shoeless Shane attacking the bass guitar. Besides this solid lineup of the band, you also have a slew of guests performing on the latest album, including Lord Marco of Rings of Saturn and 6 Feet Under fame, playing the drums throughout. Other well-known faces also include guys like Steve Vai and Michelangelo Batio, among others, providing some guitar, wizardry on the album as well. The Beast of Nod are not your regular run-of-the-mill Tech or Prog Death metal band. Besides the mind-bending instrumentation, the band have created an entire universe of Nod itself, full of a diverse array of characters, species, worlds, and storylines that span the galactic void. This is all brought to life through illustrations and comic books and their full encyclopedia of Nod that catalogues the over 100 characters and species. On their 2018 full-length album Vampira, Disciple of Chaos, they laid out this expansive set of universe-creating storylines and characters to some of that year's most killer, technical, and progressive death metal that was as impressive as it was dense and brutal. On 2021's Multiversal, they have continued on in the expansion, this time setting the story of an ancient, universe-transforming battle to some of the most extremely complex and intense music the band has yet made. The album opens with the amazing and hard to pronounce Flight of the Quetzalcoatlus, which, while mind-warpingly technical, still manages to be very memorable, with several of the riffs really implanting themselves in my head. Instantly, I feel transplanted to the front lines of this battle, and the feeling of complete chaotic military devastation set to the background of intense beauty of the cosmos expanse is all encompassing, really. I love it. It really sets the tone straight away. The music itself is a mix of furious technicality played to perfection on all of the instruments involved, but led mostly by the guitar wizardry and the synth lines that seem to always be on hand to add that sort of sci-fi edge to everything. Done by other bands, this can sometimes come across as a little cheesy. However, in the Beast of Nod's hands, it equates to pure laser beam precision perfection and really helps add to the total immersion into the atmosphere and the story the band have created. The drumming by Lord Marco is pure perfection as well, and while pummeling throughout, he also leaves space for the intensity of the other instruments to shine through. Shoeless Shane also makes his mark with bubbling, expressive, and technically excellent bass lines throughout. The band musically moves seamlessly from tech death to prog death and sort of back again. However, the vocals always remain as extreme as you can get, from deep growls all the way to rank, subhuman screams that sound like one of Paul's fictional creatures being tortured. Paul Buckley's delivery never lets up in its ferocity, and while I am a huge fan of clean singing and with the right vocalist, it could probably work in moments of this music. In this case, I'm actually happy that they kept it so extreme throughout. It just adds to the overall intensity and helps set the mood even more. Another aspect that I feel is a step up from the last album, which also sounded great, but here I particularly love some of the guitar tones. They seem to allow the music to breathe, and the clarity and definition of every note make the whole complexity of Multiversal even more impressive and exciting. Actually, in general, the production is fantastic as well. Everything is full and clear, and also has huge sounding. Huge sounding, and it makes the feeling of being in a universal battle even more compelling, I would say. It's hard to single out tracks because I really love every track on this album. It's really killer. But if you haven't heard it yet and want an introduction, you can't go wrong with that opening track, Flight of the Quetzalcoatlus. I'll say it right one of these times. That's a good starting point. Any album really is great. The album closer, Shredding of the Cosmos, is also a good point of reference worth checking out for just the insane shredding found on that track. Multiversal was fifth on my album of the year list of 2021, and I think I might even rank it higher now. I keep coming back to it, and I really can't praise this thing highly enough. If you want an expertly performed, technical and progressive death metal album that doesn't ever take its foot off the gas while creating a totally kick-ass, immersive sci-fi universe, then these guys are for you. So how would I rate this one? Well, Multiversal is so damn captivating, and it keeps calling me back. I really can't find fault with this one. So I'm going to give it a near perfect score of 9.5 out of 10. I highly recommend this album to any fans of extreme and technical metal. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the album, if you agree with my rating. And in the meantime, go buy their album, buy their merch, go see the band live when they come to town, and like I always say, support the underground bands. So from me, the Spotlight Kid, thanks for watching, stay metal, and see you next time.